And what's going on, you guys? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and
Jamar for.
and we're here for a brand new episode of the Prelude with Scotty and Jamar. This is episode 98.
I thought it was 99. Oh no, that's the other one. That's the other one.
The other one is 99, child. But this is episode number 98, okay? And this is the second interview that we're doing this season for Chasing Orlando. And we have a special guest here. Oh, before we even get into that, listen, you know I put that countdown on so I can straighten that bed up in the back because it was looking.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
I did that shit in 30
I talked
seconds.
about your sad pillow last time.
You did. That's why I went on it. I said, let me go ahead and fix this shit before we really get into this stuff. Because it's been looking a sad, depressive mess all day and every damn live I've done. But anyway, we have a special guest here. He's from, of course, the show Chasing Orlando that we are now talking about on the Chasing panel. He's feisty as hell. It look like he's finna be in a whole lot of shit this particular season. But however, we're gonna get more into who he is as a person. We're gonna get more into what's going on with him on the show and what does he do outside of the show. We're gonna get into everything about Mr. Max right now. So everybody, let's welcome Max.
Oh, you muted.
You muted.
Oh. There you go.
Hey, Scotty. Hey, Jamar. How are you?
What's up, baby?
What about you?
Up, bro? I feel good. You know, just got off work. I'm happy I'm here with y'all. I have these, eye patches, 14 karat eye patches, because I haven't really been getting sleep lately. But, when you're the boss and you work hard, like, what's sleep? So.
I can't live that life, man. My body gonna shut down whether I want to or not. I gotta get my sleep. More power to the people that can keep going all night. But baby, I'm tired. But thank you again so much for coming. Said me and you, we locked in already. So I'm so excited to talk with you about all the things of the things. So one of the ways we like to kick off all of our interviews is for, since not everybody, may be familiar who may come across this video, tell us a bit about who you are, what it is that you do, and an interesting fact about yourself that the people might not know.
Okay, so for those that don't know, my name is Max Anthony Cortes. I am a licensed medical esthetician, so I'm basically the skincare, guru, the skincare professional. And an interesting fact about myself is I know 3 different languages.
Oh, what are they?
I know Spanish, I know English, and I know Arabic.
Can you say won't start no shit, won't be no shit in all 3 languages?
I could, but English, Spanish, and sarcasm. I really can't say that in Arabic.
Oh, damn. I'm about to say, I thought that'd be fun. That's impressive. Arabic has a completely different alphabet. So,
yeah.
More power to I couldn't do it.
Kept dropping them foreign languages in college.
You said what?
I kept dropping them damn foreign languages in college because I just couldn't get it right. I'm just saying.
What did you try to take in college?
I tried to take Spanish, didn't work. Tried to take French, didn't work. I just said, fuck it.
I mean, I know a little bit of Spanish, a little poquito, just enough to make it and order my food. Maybe find the bathroom.
I just know what puta means, and
you would know that. You would
not
know
the bad words.
You know that, so I know the cuss words.
That's like every language, you know what I'm saying?
A little bit. So we know, of course, well, actually, I'm not going to assume. It said you're a gay man, correct?
I'm a what?
A gay man.
I am a gay man, correct. I love the men's. I love the men's, yes.
Okay, so this is 2024, we do not assume. So how would you say you navigated your queerness as a child? Like, how did you sort of come into, like, who you are?
Oh, okay. So I come from a traditional Hispanic Puerto Rican household. So that means, back in the day, my mom dedicated her life to raise her, her children. And then my dad was the breadwinner. So I was the firstborn. So, I feel like I always knew, like, you know, I was gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my first little experience in 3rd grade. I had a best friend. His name was Lewis, and his mother was very close with my mom. You know, so you know she would trust her so much that she would allow Lewis's mother to pick us up from school. And I remember one time, like, you know, I'm a kid, like I don't know that this is wrong, so I tried to kiss Lewis on the playground. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I remember getting scolded at in the car, like on the way back home, like that's not right, by his mom. So when she told my mom, oh my God, like that was my first like experience to be like, is there something wrong with me? Like I didn't know that was wrong. Like I find, you know, I have an attraction, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I have attraction to boys, like so. That was like my first little gay experience, and it got shut down real quick. Like my mom was not playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? My mom is a Virgo, and then my dad is a Leo. Like they're purebred zodiac in their zodiac. So it was very tough. And then when me being in Cleveland, it's very homophobic. So it took a lot of trials and tribulations for me to actually feel confident in myself. Like I did not explore my gayness really until like I was a senior in high school. Like I had a girlfriend. I had many girlfriends actually. Like, you know, I fuck girls. Like, you know, I lived that double life in high school. Like I had a high school sweetheart. Her name was Shirley. You know, shout out to Shirley. She was a sweet girl.
You're not a gold star gay? What? I thought you was a gold star gay is that they even came nowhere near a vagina.
No, like I definitely, you know, I feel like I didn't really accept my urges of being gay. Like actually, I really took it to heart. Like I would feel so bad about myself if I ever had like a thought about, you know, a man. So I really like suppressed those emotions and those feelings, and you know, I just try to, you know, be a straight man. Like I was in sports, like I did all that until I really got to high school. No, I would say until I really got to middle school, and other people started to notice, and that's when the bullying came. You know, I'm literally 5'5", like I'm short. Growing up, I had a squeaky voice, and bitch, people put me through it. Like I got bullied real bad in middle school. So when I went through all that, and I went to high school, it was just like, okay, like I'm tired of this. I don't want to continue to be bullied for me, people thinking I'm gay. So I literally would switch it up. Like I had the trade voice. I would dress like a man. Like I would date girls, and I did all that. So until I actually tapped into it, you know, I tried to explore it. You know, I hopped on a gay app or whatever, and I had experience with an older man. Like he was, girl, I don't know how. Like he was probably like, you know, I'm young. Like I'm maybe my first experience maybe I was like 13. So this man was probably in his 20s. And then after I tried it, I remember, we didn't have full-blown sex or nothing, but I remember like leaving, I made up excuse. Like I had my friend call me, like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. My brother, you know, have an emergency.
Classic.
You feel me? Like as I'm in the act, he put on a scary movie, like, you know, he said in the tone, he's older, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm in this man's house, bitch. But you know, whatever. Like I think that was like my first kiss with him, you know, with a man, and we made out and stuff, and you know, things started to get a little serious. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I ran to the bathroom, made up excuses, left. And I remember, y'all, I'm not lying to you. I remember getting in my car, driving. I had to stop at the stop sign, and I threw up. Like I literally threw up out the window. And I'm just like, I'm never doing that again. And that was my freshman year. And then I never tampered into it until like I was a senior. And then I tried it. I had my first little love, and I'm just like, oh, bitch, I like this. And then after that, it was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna just keep it a secret until like I'm out of high school.
Do you still code switch with your trade voice today?
Oh, most definitely.
Can we hear it?
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Maximilian. What y'all got going on?
You know what? You put that on in the very first scene. In that very first introduction, you came real deep. I said, wait, who is this?
Don't do me.
And then as it progressed, it became, you know.
Once I felt a little comfortable around the girls, I'm like, oh, they like me, bitch, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. The first, because I just moved to Atlanta last week, so my first few days at work, I kind of did the same thing, like because I don't know them people, so I was kind of talking. I put just a tad. I can't say a lot of bass, but I put a little bit of funk on my voice, and
Okay, yeah.
they was like, "So what's your name?" Oh, my name's Scotty. I'm from Mississippi.
Nigga, I should not trying to get this smooth criminal voice, like, girl.
Okay, smooth, like it's real suave, yo.
Don't let that lady fool you.
Then
that's how it be though. Like literally, like that's how it is.
But then I guess I couldn't hide it any longer because 2 days ago, one of the guys that work with me said, "I don't mean no disrespect when I ask you this." I already knew what they was finna say. "I don't mean no disrespect when I ask you this, but are you gay?" And I just said, "Absolutely."
Yeah, and like,
do you say absolutely 4 snaps in the circle? Yes, mom.
I didn't do all that, but I did turn that fake ass Trey voice off and was like, "Absolutely." I've been waiting for somebody to ask me because I knew
right
it was
rules.
coming.
Nah, I could take my bra off and just be myself. So
was he cute? Like, why was he in here? Why was he in your business?
I look, he's an older guy, and I guess he saw how much I was cringing every time he'll like bring up like a woman that walked past and had like a fat ass and was talking about how he'll fuck and what I fuck too, and I'd be like,
oh, she cute or whatever.
And once after I guess he noticed how cringed I was, and that's when he finally asked, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, at least now they know because
at least you know, yeah, like.
But from the experiences that you had from growing up queer, what would you say was like the greatest lesson that you learned, and who was it that taught it to you?
I would say my second boyfriend, because your first love is. I feel like it's toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's someone you love, and it's just like your first, little experience. So I would feel like my second love. He's the same zodiac sign as me. Like he was a Cancer, but I feel like he was definitely more mature than me. Like I think he was only 2 years older than me. I think I was like 21. He was like 23, but he was really established. He had a good head on his shoulders. He, was a teacher, and I feel like he taught me a lot in those 2.5 years that we was together. Like he really like brought things in a different perspective for me. And I feel like that was the first relationship that made me feel comfortable with who I am as a person. Like, till this day, y'all, my parents, like, that's my parents' favorite ex. Like, I would bring him around. Like, they got to know him.
Wow.
Yeah, like, he made that big of an impression. Like, till this day, my little sister and him, like, she got him in his close friends. Like, they still talk to this day.
Damn.
And I'm just like, girl, like, it's been years. But shout out to him, because thanks to him, after the relationship, while I'm in a relationship, I couldn't really like grasp what he was trying to teach me. But after a while, I'm like, oh, okay, like that's what he meant. Because I feel like I held like a lot of resentment in my heart, towards my father and just people that made me feel like I wasn't myself. So he really, shout out to him. He definitely like helped me get off my shell.
So you said, wait a minute, I got a question. So you said the first boyfriend was toxic and the second boyfriend was better than the first?
Well, they was both toxic, and I'm a man where I can admit my wrongs and take full accountability. So I at the time was not in the best headspace as well. My first love, so we were, he's a Gemini, air sign. I'm a Cancer, so it was just we were not compatible. But he looked good, I looked good. Like our sexual tension was like on fire. You know what I'm saying? So. You know how those relationships work. Like you just stick around, trying to make it work mentally, but physically it's like, so
yeah.
Yeah. My second relationship was toxic though. It was, but it wasn't as toxic as like my first.
Well, I asked that because with me, my first one was the best and my second one was the worst.
Really?
Yes, because before I met the person I talk to now, I started back fucking the first one before I met the guy I talk to now.
Baby,
I was like, okay, now when we was 20 and 21, when you took my virginity, okay, you was okay, but now that we like 30, 33, and 34, this is another situation.
Wow.
But then I started talking to the person I talk to now, so that person is no longer around anymore,
In the
which is
picture.
fine.
It'd be like that, Scotty, because I feel like throughout, when my second love, when me and him would, have fallouts, not together, like literally, like, oh, we broke up, I would tend to, run back to my first, because, I feel comfortable with him, like, he already knows me, so I could definitely feel you on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like your first always has, like, a special part in your heart until you realize that, like, he not shit, like, bitch.
Like that was my
Yeah.
taste 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I just want to make it clear that I met the guy that I talked to now last year. So the last time I was intimate with this person that I'm talking about was the year before that. Let me make that clear for somebody to take this and run with.
Okay, right. You know how the girls be. Take your words in. Yeah.
Right.
Chop and screw her.
Okay. They would chop and screw it and make it sound like it's something else.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that you was originally born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and you now reside in Orlando. So what was it about Orlando that made you take a leap of faith away from your family? That's a good question.
That is a good question. You know what's so funny? I was really in my head about where I wanted to make my new home because I would say after high school, I knew I was destined more to just like live, in Cleveland. Like, it's a very depressing state. Like, I love my city, but just the atmosphere, the aura is very like, So I always knew I was destined for more. So, I made it a goal to really really do my big one. Like, I've always been a hustler. I always had like 2 jobs. Like, I worked at T-Mobile. That was like my main job. And then like I worked as a server at this Brazilian restaurant called Texas de Brazil. And I remember that year, I think it was like 2016. I graduated like 2014. So, I went to college, got my degree and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not happy. Like, I want to explore the world. Like, I feel like I want to get out of Ohio. So I actually ended up moving to Austin, Texas, with my fiance at the time. And, that relationship really taught me a lot, honestly. And let's just say I had to resort back to moving back to Ohio. So I moved back to Ohio in like 2019. And then at this point, it's like I'm really picking back from the ground up. Like, I literally hit rock bottom, like literally. And I was deciding, like, do I want to, I don't want to leave Ohio again. You know what I'm saying? I have to get my shit together. But I was deciding either Atlanta or Orlando. Because I like both equally. But I ended up going with Orlando because at the time, my sister lived in Lake Nona. And maybe that's like 30, 40 minutes away from Orlando. And my very first vacation outside of Ohio was literally Orlando, Florida. Like, I remember going to like my junior year in high school, and I really loved it. Like, I really love Florida, you know what I'm saying? So I basically moved to Orlando because I love that I can basically be in my Hispanic culture, you know what I'm saying? Because being from Ohio is very white dominant, like, no shade, but it's very white dominant. Like, all the CEOs, all the bosses, they would literally be, people that are white. So I like to see people of my race or my culture being, entrepreneurs and bosses and like, own corporations. Like, I love that. It made me feel like, okay, like I can go out here with my skill set and, chase a better life. So that's why I decided to move to Florida. And no regrets.
You sound like me because as I just mentioned at the beginning of the interview, I literally just moved to Atlanta last week.
For real?
Yeah, like literally last week, probably like a week and a half now I've been here. And where I'm from Mississippi, and the city that I'm from, ain't really no city, it's a town, it's 10,000 people, there's one fucking high school, we all know each other, it's hood country, so ain't shit there, so it is what it is. So, I understand, and of course, we in Mississippi, so what it's giving, it's nothing there. So, if it wasn't for this bitch on the side of me constantly trying to tell me to leave, I probably never would have made this still open.
Shout out to Jamar.
Because girl, what are you doing over there? Nothing.
Oh, congratulations, Scotty. I know I know how that feels personally. So shout out to you. I know it's not easy to get out your comfort zone where you're
It's
from.
not.
It's not. It's really hard mentally, and people don't really understand that. So shout out to you. And I hope you receive all the blessings that you get from moving out of your new state. You can literally rebrand yourself. You can. No one knows you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be the person that Scotty, always wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And I wish someone told me that when I moved out here. So I'm gonna give you like those gems.
Yeah, because I remember the first day. Well, maybe like the few days leading up to me moving here, I was crying every day. My ass was like, I'm ready to go, but I'm sitting here crying because I guess it's because it was becoming real, I guess. And for a long time I've been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, but now that it's here, it's like, damn, I'm really gonna leave everything that I know behind. So, but like I said, the bitch next to me was the one who convinced me. He had been convincing me since he got here 3 years ago. So.
And now she can be the whore Babylon that she always wanted to be.
Oh boy, please. Anyway, so we know that you're in the skincare industry as an esthetician, right? That's how I said it. I said it right?
Esthetician, correct. Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about how you decided that was the path that you wanted to pursue. Like, what made you want to get into it?
I would say, my first love wasn't really skincare. Like, I've always been into psychology. So I actually went to I went to college for psychology, and then I minored in communications. But I tried the psychology thing. I only got my associates. Like, I didn't do like my whole bachelor's. So after that was like a fail for me. I'm just like, okay. During COVID, I really like found out my passion because during COVID, everyone was fucking inside. Like, outside is closed, bitch. Like. So I was inside and I feel like I had nothing but time. And I was the type of person where I'm always keeping myself busy. I'm always just busy. So with the fact that I'm like inside and I really had to like, face my demons per se. It was just a lot going on in my life. I used to work at Apple, like, the Apple store. And I worked there for like 3 years, and when I tell y'all that I literally poured my everything into that position. Like, I worked my way up. I worked at the Genius Bar. I'm really, people don't know this about me. I feel like Jamar's starting to know, but I'm real like, I'm like the techie. Like, I always got gadgets. Like, I just love technology. Like.
And all those gadgets are bedazzled.
They are bedazzled, correct. You can see my bedazzled mirror over there. I wish I could show y'all what I'm looking at right now. Is bedazzled fully. I just love bedazzled. Like, I'm not a rainbow type of gay, but I'm definitely like a diamond rhinestone type of gay. Okay, but I definitely got into skincare because I feel like I said this a little bit in my get to know me, but I did suffer from not being fully confident in my own looks. Like, I suffered from acidic acne. So that's like pustules, papules, that's like whiteheads, whiteheads. And, I didn't really have the formula. I didn't really know the education behind the skin anatomy. I didn't know nothing. And at the time of, me growing up, the only thing that, was really pushing out in the skincare marketing was Proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God.
It was so whack because that shit didn't
never work for me.
That shit never fucking worked. If anything, it broke me out more. You feel me? Like, it was just very irritating.
Can we just talk about how annoying that shit was? Like, they showed the commercials day in and day out, and I had acne real bad in high school, and they were showing it day in and day out, and my mother decides that it was a smart idea to order the shit. Then when she ordered it, it's 3 different things that you got to use, and it don't work. I wound up getting, what was the shit that, it was
and
like...
it stank. It stank too on top of it.
Right.
I didn't like the way it made your face feel at the end. Like,
right. It was horrible. And my mother started having me use these wipes. I forget what they were called back then. Was it Stridex? Or was Stridex even a thing like that? It was something like, it was like the little wipes that they would use.
The Neutrogena?
I started using that too, but it was something else I was using before I got to Neutrogena. Then I got to Neutrogena, then I got into Clean and Clear. Then Clean it clear, under control. That shit burnt my damn face, so I couldn't use that no more. Then I started using Noxzema altogether. And so when people ask me about my skin, Noxzema, that's all I use.
Man, my dad swears by Noxzema. He would probably invest stock into Noxzema.
That shit works.
I used to love Noxzema.
Yeah, it works. It works for
It
me.
does, and I like the way it made my face feel like very fresh. But just to piggyback off that, with me being, inside and COVID, I basically dedicated all my time and energy into this job at Apple, and let's just say I ended up losing I got terminated, and I felt so depressed. Like I'm like, oh my god, like they just, after I poured in so much into this company, like they just got rid of me, like I'm nothing, like I'm just replaceable. So that was the first time ever that I'm like, you know what? I'm going after the wrong things. Like I'm tired I worked at corporate America. Like I did all those type of jobs, like, suit, tie, commission, salesman, marketing, psychology, all that. So I'm just like, you know what, bitch, I really want to be an entrepreneur, but I want to be an entrepreneur where something that I feel passionate about. Like I've always been into beauty. I've always been into like my looks. And once I finally like found out the recipe and the regimen to really like, execute on like, the products that I'm using, it was just a done dollar. Like, okay, I'm like, I have to educate myself more. I have to get certified. Like I started doing my research during COVID, and I really just made that my focus, like literally for like a whole year before I decided to move to Orlando. Cause I'm like looking at beauty schools in Atlanta. I'm looking at beauty schools in, Florida, but that's what started my skincare career journey.
Period.
You know what's crazy? COVID was a gift and a curse for many of us.
Absolutely.
While the curse was everybody getting sick, everything shut down, you can't go nowhere, you can't do nothing, you got to wear a mask everywhere you go. But COVID also helped a lot of us birth certain things that we help us birth certain things that we never thought that we could, or gave us ideas that we never thought that we could, even pull off. Because COVID is why this show is even here. Go figure.
They say a lot of the people kind of got their businesses up and running just because they were forced to be creative and kind of just, okay, what am I going to do?
Yeah, that's how this show even came about, because we was in the middle of COVID, because like we was trying to do something else. Like we was trying to do Spotify. We trying to figure out, let's do a podcast. How we put it on Spotify? How we put it here? How we put it there? Then COVID happened. Jamar didn't know what his job was gonna do to him, so we was like, well, we could just do it on YouTube. And Jamar wasn't using his own personal YouTube page, so he told me to do it here. And once we did it here, it became what it needed to become for us. We were able to do and interview a lot of people, and so it COVID was a gift and a curse for all of us. So I wanted to say that because
that's real, Scotty. That's really that's really real. Like I feel like it is a gift and a curse. And I feel like it helped a lot of people like really realize like their passion. And I feel like for the skincare industry as a whole, I feel like prior to COVID, not a lot of men really took their self-care as serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was abnormal for a man to get a facial or to, be worried about his beard being shaped up or his eyebrows being on fleek or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just to make them feel good.
It's too feminine. It's too gay.
It's too gay. It was marketed as just for females. But I feel like after COVID, that narrative really changed. Like men started to take care of their self-care, their self-love. And I feel like that's another beautiful thing from COVID, because it made people really take the time to cherish and love themselves. Like it's not just looked as feminine to take care of yourself, or like to put yourself first, or to even exude self-love. Like we all have skin, we're all unisex, everyone has skin, everyone deserves to feel beautiful or handsome, so that's another thing I wanted to mention, that really, because during COVID I started seeing an esthetician, and I'm just like, damn, I like how I feel leaving her, her office. Like she made me feel comfortable, she made me feel really good about myself. And I feel like really that's what I really started taking my self-care very seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like I started doing things just to put myself first, because, I'm a Cancer, so I always tend to put other people's, before myself. Like I'm just that type of person. So I also want to mention that about COVID.
And I think some of y'all be taking this shit a little bit too seriously when it comes to the whole gay thing, to where y'all don't even wipe y'all own asses.
I was just about to bring that up.
Y'all need, and some of y'all ain't washing your legs in the shower either. Every part of your body needs to be soaked and lathered. Every single part.
And not to mention, I'm glad that the whole thing about masculinity is not just people with dingy ass white tees and run over tennis shoes and shit. That's the only thing that requires you to be masculine. But whatever. I can go all day with that. So
the era is over.
Right, exactly.
Not completely.
So, we recently got introduced to you with the Chasing Orlando pilot season on Chasing Reality. So how did you first discover the platform, and what led you to want to be a part of it?
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all at all. I didn't know anything about the Chasing brand until I got, the email like, oh, we decided to approve you for the show and stuff like that. I didn't really know much about it. I was oblivious to reality. I mean, I love reality TV, but I didn't really know much of like YouTube, internet reality TV, honestly. Like, I'm used to loving hip hop and, basketball wise and, all that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you feel me? So I was very oblivious. It's no shade. I'm a very busy person. Like, I don't even watch TV. If I do, it's reality TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. So there's this boy I met. His name is Messiah. And I remember going out to Orlando Pride last year, it's weird because Orlando Pride is in like October. It's like a few days. It's like the same week of Halloween. Like, it's weird. So it's like dead ass. Like, it's not in June. It's not in summertime. Like, it's in October. And I feel like Orlando do that because, bitch, they just want to steal the shine. Like, because gay month in June, everyone's doing gay shit. So I feel like, no, we gonna do gay shit in like October. So I personally never knew when gay pride was. Like, I missed the first two gay prides of me like living out here. So last year I made it a thing like, okay, like I was single at the time, like, me and my friends went out, and when I tell you I had a time, bitch, like I had a time of my life out there, and I networked and I met this boy. He was like I think a Virgo or Libra, but it was his birthday, and we had this club, a gay club. It's the best. It's called Club Amor. Mm-hmm. Downstairs was nothing but Hispanic and like, reggaeton. And then when you walk up,
what was it, bitch? It was what?
It's called Irish Shannon's. But on Saturday, they will do a thing called, it'll change the name like Club Amor. So the downstairs, and Amor in Spanish means love, so Club Love. So the downstairs would literally be Hispanic music, like reggaeton, throwing that ass back, like just, nothing but light skin. So, but when you walk upstairs, it's like you walk into a whole different world, bitch. B-Baby will be up there, shaking his ass on the pole. That's how I met B-Baby, honestly. And it would just play hip hop, just like rap, like, bitch. That was like more my type of crowd. And I remember meeting Messiah, and I'm just, I'm drunk off the Patron, so I'm twerking, I'm just, doing my thing. And I guess the song that was playing was his song. He's, he does music. So he came up to me, he's like, oh, bitch, thank you for fucking it up on my song. The rest of my birthday, like, he gave me a shot. We had a time. And ever since then, like, we always followed each other. Everything was cool. And one day, I think earlier this year, he ended up sending me the flyer on Zach, the executive producer's, post. And he was like, friend, you should apply. I feel like you do great on the show. And, this would be great for your business. So I didn't have no expectations. I'm just like, oh, okay, like, let me see what it's given. And then that's what started. Shout out to Messiah.
And shout out to Messiah. Oh, we never got to bring Messiah onto the show. I think his phone was messed up at the time, so we never got to interview him.
Yeah, shout out to Messiah. Like, I know he's like dipped in that in reality TV prior. But yeah, he's the one that brought it to my attention, and good thing he did, because I ended up getting casted.
That's it. It worked out. And actually, speaking of, because you have your phone with you, right?
Me?
Yeah. If you have a moment, text me your mother's name. You need to add it to the scene.
Oh, my mom is ready for her debut, child.
She was fun. She was a lot of fun. I said y'all have like a lot of the same facial features.
I love my mama. Like, that's my rock.
I love her.
Okay, listen to you, Miss Nancy.
Okay, period. So in your opening scene with Devin, you mentioned that you were, in a spa or like, had some sort of a storefront, but some things that happened to continue, your business in the home. Are you comfortable sharing what it was that actually happened that kind of brought you from the storefront to your house?
Yes, I am. I mean, at this point in time, I am comfortable, sharing that with you guys. It's a very touchy subject for me.
Okay.
I moved to Florida February 2021, and I pursued beauty school in like May of that year, and I was in a 9-month program. During this time, I did fall in love with someone, and I feel like it was like such a fiery type of love. Like, I'm a Cancer, he's a Leo, so it was like fire and water mixed together. Like, it was so much passion. But I do feel like, it did turn very dark. I'm just gonna say it like that. And I feel like once I played it very safe. Like, he had his own apartment, I had my own apartment, and we stayed dating for an entire year. And I think my apartment like lease was over, his was over in 2 months or whatever. So we decided to, get an apartment together. And I feel like once we did that, it was just like, it went all downhill. Like, it was definitely a DB type of situation. And, I date husky men. Like, I date, I'm 5'5", like, I like me, like a man, like, what I'm saying? Like 6'2", 6'3", what I'm saying? Like, football player aesthetic. Like, that's my type, you feel me? So, that's who he was. And I feel that, things got dark. And during the time I was flourishing in my business, like, I started to get clientele. I had a studio with a girl, Catherine, that I went to beauty school with. Shout out to Catherine. She was a very sweet girl. And we shared a studio together. So she would have it on certain days that she had clients. I would have it on certain nights that I had my clients. And we just, went back and forth for like a few months and stuff. But, one thing I can say about being an entrepreneur, if your mind is not in it or you're not in a good mental space, it's like everything just kind of just deteriorates. Like, it's just like, if your head's not in it, it's like, bitch, you're going to lose it all. And I feel like with that relationship, it drained me. I lost myself, and everything around me just literally just, went downhill from there. So that's what ultimately being in that domestic violence relationship cost me, a lot of important things in my life. Yeah.
I mean, it gave you a chance to restore and kind of build your independence too. So, silver lining.
It did, honestly. And I feel like, I don't want to give too much about my storyline because, I feel like I am a little bit, but I don't want to give too much of my storyline. But it was definitely a hidden blessing in disguise. Like, I feel like I matured so much because I hit rock bottom again, like, honestly. And I just trusted in God. Like, I didn't know what the next steps was for me. I just trusted in God, and he was able to, like, he blessed me so much with me just trusting in him. So you're definitely right.
And it all works out. We always, all the stuff that we be going through, we just be, like it's the end of the world. Then we persevere and we look back like, okay, I see. I understand.
Like, what was I thinking? Like, why
I
was
understand.
I even attracted to this?
That's why I try to just let things be what they are, because I'll understand later.
Yeah.
In this same scene, we got to see that you have, various certifications on the wall. Would you like to share all of the certifications of which you have earned, or even more since you've been filming?
Absolutely, yes. Let me go ahead and take a look. So I have my.
Get with the hand for me. So let's go over here.
I would change the thing, but I don't want. Yeah. So these are first off, people don't know to be taken serious in your profession, especially in the beauty industry. It's constant education that you have to you have to do. So these are all certifications that I spend money out of my own pocket to learn from the best of the best in my industry. So my most important one is my state of Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulations, my board of cosmetology, my skincare specialist license. And then I have my Barbicide certification, which means, it's like COVID approved. Like because with beauty, you have to make sure your workspace is literally clean from pathogens like, HIV, hepatitis, like a whole bunch of things that could, that clients could have, or, whatever. Like, because these pathogens stay on the surface of like a lot of things. So I got that certification. I have my chemical peel workshop certification. I have my microneedling certification. I also have my certificate of completion of Hollywood Institute of Beauty Careers. Shout out to my beauty school. And then I have intimate brightening for vajacials or like, you know, the anal area. So if the area is a little dark or whatever, you know, I can brighten it up real nice, you know what I'm saying? And then, or the armpits, any type of dark hyperpigmentation, I got that certification. And then I also got my microblading, so I could do semi-permanent, you know, tattoos. I have my tattoo license here in Florida. And then my last one I just got that I'm so proud of is I got state board certified as a laser practitioner, that I had to actually go take an exam. It was 3 hours. I couldn't even bring lip gloss or chapstick in the damn room. Like, it was that serious. And I just got that maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Well, congratulations on everything that you just said. It sounded very difficult to obtain. I did not know that there was a procedure to bleach people's assholes. Some of you watching might need to reach into his DM about that service.
Okay, because the girls love it. Okay, and your man will not be complaining.
Oh.
Oh gosh, but yes, again, congratulations on everything. We love an educated grub.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So in the scene, Devin invites you to the Puff and Pay that's by a popular chef in Orlando. With this being, you know, sort of the first time that you would be, you know, meeting, you know, everybody else in the group, what was kind of like your mindset walking in the door?
You know, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I feel like I give the exterior that, you know, I'm, you know, whatever. But honestly, inside, I was like screaming, because prior to me being on the show, I'm an isolated person. Like, literally, it was just me, my man, and just, you know, I would just work and just get money. And, you know, I had friends, but majority of my friends are really like straight people, or they're females. Like, I never really had, you know, a gay, like a gay, let me rephrase that, a male gay friend group. So I was actually very, very nervous stepping into Chef Pablo's event. It was actually a lot of people when I first pulled up. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, oh my gosh, bitch. Like, it's so much people in this motherfucker. Like, oh my God. So I felt uncomfortable, and really my anxiety was very bad. Like, my anxiety was so bad. And it was 422. So, bitch. That Pablo's event was at like 8 o'clock at night, bitch. I smoked all day. I'm on an edible. Like, you feel me? So my paranoia was like, rah. So I felt very nervous stepping into Chef Pablo's event. Like, I was so nervous. You know, my walls was up. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. And yeah, I was really expecting the worst. Cause like when you stay ready, bitch, what? You ain't gotta get ready.
You ain't gotta
okay?
get ready, baby. You ain't never gotta get ready. I appreciate that. I think that's dope.
Yeah. So I was nervous, actually. I was very nervous.
I can't imagine.
Okay. So you're meeting the other members of the group and learning which city everybody's from. And as you have stated, you do not claim to be from Orlando. Now, Cali Boy entered the room and made claims that you spoke negatively about Orlando. Did you feel that he genuinely misunderstood you, or do you think he knew what you said and wanted to make a moment for the show?
I'm so glad that we're finally touching base on this, because I'm really gonna you know, clock the tea.
Oh.
So, mind you, prior to us actually filming, we sat in that same table that Chef Pablo had set up for us, and we actually all getting along, all of us, like even Cali Boy, like we're sitting there getting to know each other. Cali Boy already was aware that I'm from Cleveland. He was already aware of what I do. Like, we sat there for 20 minutes and expressed like what we do and where we from. And I feel like we took a shot or whatever, and you know, boom. I remember Damon, the producer, and he came up to us and he was just like, okay, y'all, we gonna start filming. Like, you guys gotta spice it up, da, da, da. And I remember specifically telling her, like, yo, listen, like, if this is gonna happen, like, it's gonna happen very natural. Like, don't try to tell us what to do. Cause bitch, we're not even getting paid to be here. Like, we're not even getting paid. Like, you cannot tell me how I'm going to act. Like, that was my thing. and I know everyone there can vouch for me because that I definitely said that because everyone agreed with me. So, we had to walk out and like pretend we didn't already know each other's names and stuff like that. So let's clock that T. She was already aware that I did not live in Florida, and she was already aware of what I do. So literally when she came in there and, she started all that, I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, these are the games that you want to play with me? Like, you literally are trying to make a moment out of this. Because let me tell y'all, prior to that, she kind of walked in, out of everyone, Cali Boy walked in like her nose was tooted up in the sky, like she was just like God's gift on earth. And I don't like those type of people. Like, I'm a very humble man. I'm a very humble person. So the fact that she's the only one acting like this, I feel like if I didn't say that, she would have came at anybody like at that time, because she was itching to like recite like all the stuff that she does. Like, she was so ready to, blurt out her resume or all the shit that she do. And I mean, I guess I'm the one that, she decided to try, and I mean, y'all see how that went. So
Oh my God.
because baby, one thing about it though, when you step into a room, actually, women lie, men lie, but energy does not lie. Like, I'm a very spiritual person. So when she walked in, bitch, like I said, like my goosebumps stood up. I'm just like, whoa, like there's like a dark energy about her. Like, it's just not good energy. Like, I felt good with everybody, even Chef Pablo, because when I first arrived, I said hi to Chef Pablo. He was literally, like he said, he was hosting. He was like in and out. But even his vibe, he was very friendly, very nice to me. Everyone's very friendly, very nice to me. But her, like, it was just like, she just thought like she was a shit. And like, she was just like, I'm just like, bitch, like, what the fuck? We all are on this cast. Like, and then when she started with me, I'm just like, oh, bitch, okay, like now. It's like, I already feel like you was going to do this, but now that you picked me, bitch, I'm ready. And what the producers didn't show is it actually took me a while for me to finally start giving her her energy. Like, I'm sitting there trying to, play cool, like not really trying to get her to get to me, but she kept poking me. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I even apologized to this girl, took my glasses off and told her, like, if you thought that, like, I'm sorry. Because I didn't say nothing bad about Orlando. I just said I don't claim being from here because, bitch, I'm not from here. What do I look like claiming a state that I'm not from? Like, if that's what y'all girls do, that's y'all, but I don't do that. Like, I'm very proud of where I'm from, and I'm proud of where I reside at. Like, I love Florida. I love Orlando. Like, it's my new home now, so I will never talk down on it. So the fact that she, like, pulled it out her ass, it's like, okay, girl, like, you are looking for anybody to, like, recite for what you do, because once I finally gave her the energy, she was so ready to be like, oh, I'm a host. I was on CNN. I'm, Google me. Like, I do makeup. And if you can see me, I'm just sitting there like, okay, bitch, like, that's cute. Like, and after a while, it's just like she just kept trying me. So I just want the audience to know, if a bitch feel like she's going to, like, come at me like I'm going to troll you, like, it's that simple.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned the word troll, because I'm gonna revisit that one later. Because I was like, that kind of
a big troll. Like, bitch,
that confirms what I was telling y'all earlier.
Like, it's like you're trying to make me you're trying to get a moment out of me. Like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to take you out your character, because, like I told her outside of Chef Pablo's event, like, you should have never came for me at that table. So hopefully you learn your lesson. And as you guys can see, she kept doing it.
Oh God. Oh Jesus, I'm telling. Okay. What's the next question? Okay. So moving forward to the Silky Shady party, let's settle all the confusion about the cake situation. Now, Ayo said he tried to get your photo on the cake, but it didn't work out, and then he pulled you aside to let you know. Then Kelly came back later and says your response to being left off the cake was odd, considering that you already had a conversation with Ayo about it. From your perspective, did Ayo reach out to you? And if so, do you feel that he effectively explained what happened with the cake?
Okay, y'all. So I'm going to show you the photo of what First off, Ayo did pull me to the side maybe 10 minutes prior to us filming, and he did alert me of the cake. But I want to make it very clear that this is a second event or the second time that I'm around the group of people. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit. So when I was actually at Pablo's event, you know, after we're done filming, you know, whatever, Cali Boy came up to me and he told me when, you know, the cameras are down, he literally told me, you know what, Max, you know, that was for TV. I don't really have a problem with you. I don't want to have a problem with you. Da da da. Like he's, you know, waving his white flag. So I literally told him, you know, it's no bad blood, but you came for me. I felt disrespected, and you know, you just got my wrath. But moving forward, I'm gonna take your man as a word, and I'm going to leave it like how we just left it right now. So I also want to bring out to the audience that at that same time, me and Marley sat next to each other that night. Like we literally did. And at one point when I'm getting into it with Kelly, Marley actually was able to calm me down a little bit. He told me basically something along the lines like, you know, if you got it, you don't really have to do all that rah, 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 like Cali Boy's doing. And then I received it well. And I'm like, okay, cool. So fast forward, when the cameras were down, I don't know what, I feel like, mind you, it was a lot of alcohol. We drank a lot. So, bitch, I was drunk. Marley was drunk. Bitch, we're all fucking drunk like we lit. So I don't know if she was feeling her pussy, but at the end of the event, she came up to me and she started giving her 2 cents. She was just like, oh, no, let me not jump forward. But she basically said, she's trying to tell me how I should have reacted with my emotions. You know, oh, I shouldn't have reacted to Cali Boy like that. The audience is gonna think like I'm aggressive, or you know, he's giving his 2 cents. I'm allowing her to speak, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, bitch, I don't care what you're saying. I don't even know you. Like, I just met you two hours ago. So this is where I cut her off. She literally told me, oh, you know, because at this point in time, I'm going to decide who I'm going to fuck with moving forward. And it's just like that kind of triggered me. I'm like, bitch, hold up. I just met you 2 hours ago. I don't care who you're going to fuck with moving forward. Like, who do you think you're talking to? So, you know, that kind of happened. And then Marley said out her mouth, if she was Cali Boy, that she would have socked me in the face.
At the Puff and Paint.
At the Puff and Paint. Once the cameras were down, I'm waiting for my Uber. She told me that she was going to sock me in the face. Devin was there. Ayo was there. And Kelly was not there. I think Chef Pablo was there. I don't think Chef Pablo was there either. But it's like 4 of us. And once that happened, the group was just like, like, you know, here we go again type shit. And I'm just like, I'm literally finding this comical. I'm like, girl, like, are you threatening me? Like, what? So, whatever. So, like, let's clock that T. Marley literally threatened me and said if she was Cali, she would have socked me in the face. Mind you, Marley's like 6'2", 6'3". I'm like 5'5". So I'm just like, I was about to get into it with her. But at that time, Ayo literally came to me, and this is what Ayo said. He's like, you know what, Max, I understand where you're coming from, but sometimes you have to let people finish their thoughts and let them finish speaking. And I literally told Ayo, this is something I have to work on, because if I don't like what I'm hearing or if someone's talking to me crazy, bitch, I'm going to interrupt you. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Like, you're not going to talk to me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, point blank, period. Like, so, you know, so I did appreciate Ayo for like being mutual. Like, even when I got into it with Cali, like his homeboy, he even admitted like, yeah, Cali shouldn't have came out so strong. You know, I understand where you're coming from. So let's clear that as well. Cali Boy, Ayo was never protecting me, because bitch, at the end of the day, I can stand 10 toes down in my own motherfucking island. I don't need no one protecting me or any. I can handle my business. Like, I'm literally about to be 30. Like, I'm a grown ass man. So no one was protecting me, but Ayo was being mutual. He was being mutual. So fast forward to the cake event. I just had to, you know, drop them gems just so the audience knows. So this is the picture that Ayo sent me that he sent to his cousin. And this is the same picture that Cali Boy said it was blurry. I don't know how, because it's a professional photo. This is the photo. Does that look blurry to y'all? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in, because I look good as fuck. Hold up. This is my photo that Ayo showed me. So mind you, I'm coming into the PJ party on good energy, literally. Like, I'm taking Cali Boy's word that, you know, we don't have no problems. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I can't trust these bitches. So as we're there and we're like, you know, turning up and, you know, whatever, we're just having fun. when the cake situation came up in my, in my spirit, I'm like, oh, these bitches are literally copping pleas. Like they're saying one thing, but it don't make sense. And I'm actually so happy that I watched the episode, because it's like, if y'all watch it prior than the cake being brought out, Cali Boy was even like, oh my gosh, whose picture is that? It's Max. And he's just like, no, it's chasing Orlando. And then after the cake got burned out, it's like they literally went into the room just to cackle and like laugh. They could not, they literally could not hide their messiness. They could not do it, because at this point they're drunk and they're taking other drugs. Like me walking into the PJ party, Cali Boy offered me mushrooms within like the first hour I was there. Bitch, first off, I don't fucking know you, and you're offering me a drug I never did in my life. And actually, I'm allergic to mushrooms. So at that point, we was on the patio, and I'm like, girl, not y'all on liquor, y'all on this, y'all on that. So it's like, bitch, too much is going on. So everyone was feeling their pussy. Everyone was feeling, lit at this PJ party. And I told myself, I'm not going to get drunk. The only thing I did was smoke the weed, and I took an edible, because I wanted to be self-aware of my actions. Because when I'm, under the influence of like liquor, bitch, that's going to bring out the dog out of me. So I wanted to make sure I was on my best behavior moving forward. But, Ayo did bring to my attention the cake situation 10 minutes prior to us filming. But nonetheless, I was sitting there like, okay, these bitches are trying to get under my skin. Don't allow them to, Max. You know what I'm saying? So what really got me upset is that Cali Boy is literally so strategic. But I'm gonna just drop that. Like, the bitch is strategic. Like, this is all a plan. Like, it's literally all a plan. Like, the shit that they say on the green screens does not make sense for how their actions portray. Like, you guys say that you forgot me off the cake, but you guys intentionally left me off the cake. Like, and I don't fuck with that. If you guys don't fuck with me, let me know. If you guys don't like me, let me know. Like, don't tell me we won't have an issue, and then you guys are making me feel excluded. Like, bitch, I ain't do shit to y'all, especially Ayo. Like, I thought me and Ayo was cool, but obviously he gonna ride for his homie. Like, that's where his loyalty lies.
Oh, woo! Damn, I ain't got an answer drink.
I know, like, bitch, let me take a shot.
Oh,
I should have known.
Like I said, we're clocking the tea. Like, we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Because the shit that y'all see ain't really play out like that. Like, the girls are very strategic and the fucked up shit that they did to me.
Well, let the people that were wondering about everything going on with that cake, let it be squandered and settled here tonight
on the Prelude,
so that we do not have to revisit her again.
that weak ass cake, that like pipsqueak size cake, like, girl.
So during Ayo's game, you pick Remini's name out the bowl and explain that you initially thought that she was quiet, but after tonight, those feelings were erased. Mm-hmm. Chef Pablo and Devin made claims that she left and came back with a negative attitude. Do you agree with them?
First off, I love Remini. Like, that night, I thought she was so fucking funny. Like, literally, like, before she left, I think she was sitting by me at the table. Bitch, Remini is being so funny. Like, I feel like out of all the people, I was really like conversing with her the most. Like, cause she was being so funny. Like, she was being shady, she was being messy. I'm like, whoa, bitch, who is this person? Like, I'm like, damn, like, what happened to you? But like she said, that big ass giraffe, like, bitch, she brought in a motherfucking bottle this big, and it was full of Casamigos. Like, I don't know about y'all, but when I drink Casamigos, bitch, I'm lit. So
tequila, woof.
Girl, so I already feel like Remini was already, feeling her pussy. So when she left for her event and came back, she probably drank more or whatever. So when she came back, she definitely was, she was drunk. She was drunk. And like she said, like, she felt like other people was in her ear telling her that she's boring or whatever. So I feel like with her not being in the right state of mind, and then, that messy game came up, she probably took what I said to heart, because so many other people are already coming at her for how she acted the first event. So I'm gonna just say Remini was really drunk, you know what I'm saying? And we already had a conversation, she already apologized to me about it. So, we're in a good place, but she was definitely drunk for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of the issues around this point of the show really just stem from miscommunication. Because it seemed like it was a non-issue, but since people are sort of on the defense already, we're not receptive to the other opinion. Just because I've already I don't trust this, so I'm going to be on. Yeah,
exactly. And I feel like that's what Rem and I was on, and I was actually really shocked. Just like you guys see my reaction when she was snapping on me, I'm like, friend, I thought we was getting along. Like, what happened? Like, what did I say that was wrong, bitch? Like, you was quiet, girl. Like, but tonight that's erased because, bitch, you turn up, honey.
Ooh. So, because there was a lot. There was really a lot that they had to take from that pajama party because y'all was there for a long time. So we got the real condensed version because we would have been there all day.
We got there at 8:00 and I know I walked out the hotel around 12. Like we was filming for 5 hours.
It was a long ass
supposed
time.
to be a 2-hour event.
So Devin eventually punches the K. Later on down the line, Rem and I and Devin get into it. She says something about not seeing no listings. He calls her boyfriend a colonizer. The towel is thrown. And then the table is then flipped. And first of all, you are funny. Because I see when the table gets flipped and Rem and I is going back and forth, they doing their back and forth or whatever, you in the back. I was like, oh my God, bitch, I'm just living for the bullshit right now.
I was low-key living for the drama because it didn't involve me. But then at the same time of me doing that, you guys can see that I stood up and I tried to de-escalate the situation because I see that it started to really get aggressive. So, and at the end of the day, before that event, I really connected with Pablo and Devin. And I know Devin has a career, he has a brand to maintain. So that's why I stood up friend, it's not worth it. You have a brand to maintain. So, but yeah, it did get crazy. And I was with the shits. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Bitch, but then I seen it start to get heated. I'm like, oh shit, y'all need to calm down, bitch.
Did you foresee it escalating that far?
I did.
Oof.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but when we were all sitting on that couch, it was me, Rem and I, Pablo and Devin.
Yeah.
So after the second remark or whatever, I felt the energy. I'm like, bitch, let me. There was a chair right next to the couch. I set my ass right on the couch. I'm like, bitch, I'm not gonna get nothing thrown on me or get hit or nothing like that. Cause bitch, I felt like it was getting because Remini's a Gemini, and then Devin's a Leo. So bitch, I already know there's only so much that can take before something erupts. So girl, I was ready. I'm like, let me get out this way. Bitch, I don't want to be in no drama tonight. But I didn't see it coming, no lie.
And Pablo was in the danger zone. He was at ground zero.
My boy Pablo almost got swung on with the towel too.
So in the following episode, we see you attend the beauty expo, and you got to speak with one of the reps about doing a teeth whitening service. So what's the status with adding that to your service? Have you been able to incorporate that yet, or are you still working on it?
I don't want to give too much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to stay tuned. But I mean, I just have to stay tuned and keep watching the episode. But I'm always looking to bring services on that my clients personally want. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to my clients, and if I feel like I'll get an investment out of it, then I pursue it. So I definitely was happy that I seen them there because a lot of my clients have been dying for me to do teeth gems and teeth whitening. Because if you think about it, the first thing you see when you talk to someone is their teeth. You know what I'm saying? And that's such a confident builder, and that's literally the motto of my business. Confidence, self-love. Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm glad I got mine.
And they look beautiful, Scotty.
Thank you.
You got nice teeth, baby.
Thank you.
I'm working
you too,
on
it. You too, Jamar.
Babe, these are all the natural ones, but I want to get my chiclets too. I'm not gonna hold you.
Not your chiclets.
I want my roll napkins. I'm just fucking. So we get to Brian's party.
Oh, child.
And you confronted Cali Boy about a comment that he made, at the PJ party. And I don't think we got to see it then. And I know you touched on it a little bit, at the party, but what was it exactly that he said that upset you then?
Okay. So, like I said, Cali Boy came up to me at Chef Pablo's event, and he told me that he don't want no issue with me moving forward. It's all kumbaya. So I'm taking his word as like, Cali Boy's way older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trusting his word as a man. And, I was just really confused when the towel did get thrown in Devin's face and he's trying to calm Devin down. He brought my name up as an example. He literally said verbatim, if Max would have done that to me, I would have done the same thing that how Devin would have reacted. And I'm just there in the corner like, bitch, what? Why is my name getting brought up? And then, mind you guys, this is my first reality TV experience or anything. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if it's caught on camera, it's going to get aired. I mean, I'm finding that out the hard way. Y'all have the best. What do you say?
We have the best interviews.
Period. And that's on period. What was I saying?
You just said that he had mentioned the comment that he was mentioning you. He's like, why am I being mentioned?
Oh, right. Okay, thank you. So, boom. Mind you guys, I'm on my best behavior. I'm not trying to get into it with no one. Because really, I was really embarrassed that I fell for Cali Boy's theatrics. Because mind you guys, I'm a Cleveland ass man. I don't do TV shit. It really took me a while to really get into my, TV reality TV shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was really upset that she brought my name up when I'm innocent. I'm just, I'm there to support you guys. Cause bitch, I didn't have to motherfucking go. You know what I'm saying? I could have been making money. So it's just okay, I'm here and you're bringing my name up. I didn't do nothing to antagonize you. If anything, bitch, I'm already frustrated that you guys left me off the cake and you're lying, saying that, it was unintentional. My picture was blurry. Bitch, you're lying. And on top of it, Devin and him get into it. And why are you bringing my name up? So when he threw the thing at Devin's face, he said, oh, Max would have done, I would have felt some type of way too. And I'm just like, okay, this is strike number 2 now. You're trying to make it seem like, we have a beef or we have an issue. When it's like, girl, this is my second time being around you. I don't even know you. So I didn't feel offense to that because I feel like she kept trying to pick a problem with me. And it's just I'm confused because where I'm from, if you don't fuck with someone, we don't fuck with each other. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to hug you, nothing. I can give you a handshake. We could be cordial. But at the end of the day, I know how to treat you accordingly. And that's really been my issue. Not my issue, but that's really what I've been trying to figure out the whole season. Who do I have to treat accordingly? Who can I, trust? Who can I build an actual brotherhood with? Because at the end of the day, y'all, I'm lonely. I'm out here. I don't have family out here. It's just really me and my man. And my sister just moved out here, so I have her. But prior to that, I really didn't have no one. So I was actually looking forward to being around entrepreneurs. I was actually looking forward to being around other gay men. So I was actually trying to give this I was actually optimistic about being around the people. So I just kept feeling oh my gosh, why does this boy keep trying me? Bitch, I'm not doing nothing to you.
Did you not mention it at the PJ event because it was kind of already going left and it's just I don't need to add 20 on 10?
Correct. So I did not want to bring light to what he just said because like I said, the girls were just not on liquor. I don't know what other shit they was on, but obviously it influenced their mood. They were yelling, screaming, acting belligerent. And I'm just bitch, I'm just high. I'm just high off THC. I'm very mellow. I'm very calm. But the type of person I am, I'm very analytical. I peep shit. I store it in the back of my mind. And when the time is right to address it, I'm going to address it. And it's I know I was not feeling this. My feeling was just not, it was I was trusting my intuition. You know what I'm saying? Okay, why would she bring my name up out of nowhere? She's really trying to give, we have an issue once the cameras are rolling. But once the cameras are not rolling, it's, oh, Max, you have good energy. Oh, Max, da-da-da. But on cameras, bitch, why are you even bringing my name up? I thought that was weird. So I definitely didn't want to address it right then and there because tensions was high. Devin about to fight, about to fight fucking Remini, like, bitch, who am I to be like, oh, bitch, why are you saying my name? Because at that point, at the end of the day, I thought, okay, girl, that was cute, but just like the cake, okay, like that was cute, but you guys are not going to get a rise out of me because I already felt some type of way that I did at the first episode. So I'm like, you know what? I'm really trying to come on some, some grown shit because I'm a grown man. At the end of the day, I have a brand and I have a career. I can't be like y'all, like whatever, like messy, like trying to fight. Bitch, I literally went to school for 9 months for my career. Like I have a career. I cannot sit here and jeopardize my reputation, always getting into it with y'all. So that was my mindset at that time.
Oof. I mean, I could definitely see that because it's like you want to. Because sometimes you like, let me pick my battles when the time is right. I don't want to just go off the handle anytime. You know what I mean?
Yes. And honestly, like I said, I was actually trying to form relationships with them. Like, even after I left the PJ party, I hit up Marley on Instagram, like checking if he was okay. I definitely came in there on good energy. Like because me in real life, y'all, I'm a very positive person. Like I feel like I would not be able to be where I'm at right now if I did not have the mindset that I had. Like I'm disciplined, I'm isolated, like I'm very focused. So I actually want to let my walls down a little bit and just be like, fun, like show them who I am. Like, so I'm pouring shots in people's mouth, I'm shaking my ass, like, I'm just the life of the party. Like that's literally what I am. Like I exude good energy and just like love. So, I'm a sensitive person. So it's like I just am just like I feel like they got to see my authentic self that night. So I actually did try to I want to be liked. Like, let's be honest. I wanted them to like me. I did. And I was very disappointed and hurt. I'm going to let you ask the questions. I'm getting too far ahead.
No, but go ahead.
I was going to... Okay, go ahead, yo.
Oh, it's me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so after Callie leaves the room, we know that Marley came up to you telling you to try and calm down, in which you said to him that you shouldn't involve yourself in
Wait, you missed the first one.
Wait, did I? Oh, I did. We seen some comments on the episodes where people were confused why you like to twerk in the midst of an argument. Is that some sort of trolling tactic you like to use?
Most definitely, because I want the audience to know one thing that I had to learn. You guys are seeing something that's not real. Well, it's real, but to a certain extent. Like the way that they edit the conversation that me and Callie had, or just the fight with me and Marley, like all that is like tweaked and chopped and screwed. And the part that happened in real life towards the end happened towards the beginning. Like it's not real. So with that being said, when me and Cali Boy started getting into it, and I want to say the only reason I lost my cool, because I was keeping my composure, I was in my head like, bitch, I'm a Cancer, so it was like, here's the angel on one side, oh Max, don't overreact, and here's the devil, like, oh bitch, don't let him try you. You know what I'm saying? So when he brought up my relationship, mind you, this is the third time that I'm around the group, just 1, 2, 3, and me and my man was going through something. Like I know I said I came in there on good vibes, but really, you can see on my face when I was walking in, like, I can't hide how I feel. So I definitely got into it with my man, and I'm not in the best of spirits. So with that being said, the fact that Cali Boy's pulling this out mind you, we never discussed with the group, like, oh, you got a boyfriend? This is the third time I'm around y'all. Like, we never that conversation never got brought up. So... And I'm a private person, first off. And mind you, no one on the cast is like, first off, I treated this experience like it was work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and I never mix business with pleasure. Like, no one on the cast would like really remotely caught my attention or nothing like that. Like, bitch, I have a whole man. You know what I'm saying? Before Chasing Orlando, like I had my man. Like I started dating my man like last December. So, boom. And we started filming around like, 420. So, I was shaking my ass because in real life, I checked Callie. Like I checked her, bitch. Do not throw accusations that I'm flirting with another man when I'm in a relationship. First off, that's disrespectful to my man, and that's disrespectful to me. And I feel like Callie Boy was like just saying shit out his ass. Like, bitch, what are you even saying? Like, and then third off, the way that I treat everyone in the cast is like you know how I treat B Baby, you know how I treat you, Jamar, you know how I treat like Chef Pablo and Devin. Hey babe, hey love, like I treat them soft. Like that's just my energy. Like I talk to my girlfriends like that, and I talk to my gay friends like that. Like I'm just that type of person. Like even Scotty, like hey boo, hey love. Like when I first came out, like that's just how I am. Like I'm a sweet person. So if Callie seen that and misconstrued that as me flirting, then that's him. Because at the end of the day, he does till this day. Callie does not know me for who I am. Actually, the Callie, Marley, and Slim, I feel like they never even gave me a solid chance to get to know Max for who he is. So I feel like when Callie said that, it was very triggering to me. Because it's like, bitch, we're filming, and you're now trying to allude that me and Slim was flirting, when it's like, bitch, the way I treated Slim is the same way I treated B Baby. The same way I treated Slim is the way I treated like Devin and Chef Pablo. So I didn't, maybe because he's not one of the girls, you know what I'm saying? Like that he took it and whatever. But that definitely triggered me. I did not like that. So I did start checking her. And when I started checking her, it's like, bitch, you're just talking shit. Like I stood up, I called you out, like, bitch, I'm ready to fight. At that point, y'all, I was really ready to fight. Like I was ready to fight. Like, I'm sorry. Like that was like the third strike. 1, 2, 3. Like, you're not going to continue to play me. Like where I'm from, after the second strike, like, bitch, we're gonna get active. Like, this is something that's not new to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to getting bullied. I'm used to people like, trying to bully me or whatever they feel like they can do to me. Just because I'm 5'5" does not mean like you can just treat me any type of way, or I'm a pretty boy, or I have lip gloss, or whatever you guys make. I'm dainty. I could be a little dainty, or whatever the case is. Like, if you guys thought that of me, let me change the narrative, because you're not going to play me, period. And y'all gonna find the fuck out. So when I started shaking my ass, it's like, okay, bitch, at this point in time, I know that you're not trying to get active. So let me shake my ass. I'm definitely trolling you. Because if she would have ran up on me, boom, boom, bitch. I can shake my ass and still beat your ass. Like,
oh my gosh.
All right, then. Okay.
Go
So after Callie, that's the question I was like about to ask there. I went too far. After Callie left the room, we know that Marley came up to you trying to tell you to calm down, and what you said to him, he shouldn't involve himself in situations that don't concern him. Of course, y'all get to blows, but do you think if he never invaded your personal space, that whole situation could have been avoided?
Absolutely, 100%. And mind you, I didn't really express this in my green screens. Oh, sorry, it's the wine. But like Chef Pablo said, the girl showed up, on time. Mind you, Brian lives like a good 40 minutes away from Orlando. So this was Saturday.
He does?
Yeah, Brian lives in like I don't really know where he lives at. I think it's Oviedo, but he lives a good like 30 minutes away from Orlando. And then the time his party was hosted, it's rush hour. Like, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I work a regular 9 to 5. Like, I just want to say something real quick. I'm a real independent man. Like, Jamar, you've been in my house. It's nice. It's luxurious. I have my own car. I have my own business. Like, I don't depend on nobody. Like, I am my bread and butter. So I don't know how the other girls are living, if they're living with their parents or if they don't have that much responsibilities. That's not my concern. But all I know is at the end of the day, I have to make sure I'm good. And on the weekends when I'm not working my 9 to 5, like, I'm taking clients. So I had clients that came in. I think I did like 2 facials that day. So when I was done with my clients, I got ready and I went to B-Baby's event. I'm not gonna lie, I did show up like 3 hours late, but it's like, bitch, I'm making my money. So when I showed up, the energy was so dark. Like, there's no music playing. They all look bored. Like, it's just like they look angry. And mind you, they brought the Cali boy touched on it. They brought their own liquor. So as I'm looking at Marley's like personal size little bottle, I think he was drinking like Hennessy or Douce, and it was like literally it's like this. Like, he has this much left in his bottle. So y'all bitches been bored, just sitting there drinking. Drunk. I just got I just got there. I got there at like 7, and me and Marley got into our tussle at like 7:30. Like, I was literally only there for 30 minutes, and I got into all that, like, literally. So I definitely feel like Marley was feeling her pussy, and it's just like, bitch, like, why are you meddling? Like, that's like mind you, that's Marley's second strike with me. Cause the first night at Chef Pablo's event, she said if she was Cali, she would have socked me in the face. So I'm already not trusting her energy. And I already see that she's gravitating more towards, people that I'm having issues with. So it's like, at this point we're clicked up. Like it was me, Devin, Chef Pablo. And I fuck with B Baby, but B Baby, he's like, mutual. Like, what I'm saying? That's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Like he's, whatever. So Marley definitely was drunk, and it's just like I don't know if you're like, trying to like look for a moment or try to stand on what you said to me at the first time, or if you guys already had a plan amongst y'all three, like to just come for me. That's literally what I felt like. Because if they showed it a little bit during editing, but I kept my cool. I literally spoke when Marley spoke. Because it's like Slim coming at me, or he's explaining himself. Me and Callie already got issues, and now here come Marley. Oh, well, that's not cool. Oh, that's not cool. Bitch, mind your business. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, keep your mouth shut. Honestly, if she was not there, it's just like, if she was invisible or not there, it's like I wouldn't even notice if she was not there. Like, literally, it's like.
My Lord today.
My Lord. Okay,
I always felt like because you and Callie was exchanging this energy, and since he had left, you didn't have an opportunity to really release that energy or allow it to dissipate. And so when Marley approached you, it was like, had he had that same conversation with you maybe an hour later, it may have been more effective. But I think right then was not the best time. And then it just kind of happened the way that it happened.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know Marley. I don't really know her. But it's what you just said was 100% true, Jamar. Because it's like, I don't think the cameras really they didn't really do justice by me. And by the way, I'm very upset how that episode, like that episode basically painted me not good. Like, I feel like,
You think so?
Yes. I was very hurt. Like, I had to call off work the following day because the episodes air on Thursday. Friday I had to take a mental health day because I felt like, damn, like, bitch, I know this is reality TV, but this is not how it went down. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I do feel as though like Marley, like, they didn't capture it, but it's like Cali Boy just went inside, and it's like 1, 2, 3 seconds later, and here comes Marley giving his 2 cents. Yet again, bitch, you try to give your 2 cents about what I did about Cali Boy coming towards me. Like, bitch, why are you so invested into like how I'm reacting to other people? First off, like I told him, you're not me. You have not been through the situations I've been through in my life, that my traumas. You don't know nothing about me, just like I know nothing about you. So really, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna let everything unfold. Like, I'm not going to sit there and interject or give my 2 cents. Like, bitch, I don't even give a fuck enough. Like, I don't even know y'all. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like she just felt like she wanted to give her 2 cents. It's just like, bitch, mind your business. Maximilian and Callie's beef has nothing to do with you, Marley. But at this point, I feel like you're trying to, it's like you're giving lapdog energy. Like, Cali Boy, went away. Now you're his lapdog. Now you're trying to, and me too. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, because really, I mean, I'm a gay person, but I really carry myself as like a man. Like, I'm not gonna go back and forth. Like, even with Callie, like I said how I said, you call me a bitch, I'm ready to fight. Like, you're not going to disrespect me. Marley, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you live far. That's not my fault. Like, girl, you live in Jacksonville. You know what you signed up for. You traveled all the way over here. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know. I don't care if that sounds mean or whatever, bitch. I don't care. Like, you should never sign up for the show. Why are you sitting here telling me that you drove so far, you want to play a game, or you want everyone not to fight? So where was this energy towards Cali Boy or Slim? They're the one that brought up the conversation and started coming at me. But you want to come at me. So at this point, I feel like all three of them coming at me. And, Cali Boy didn't get in my face. No one got in my face. No one invaded my personal space. So it happened how it happened. Like, she got dealt with accordingly.
Go ahead, Scotty.
My Lord. So with all these explosive scenes happening in the season, you looked really close. You all look really close at the premiere party. What would you say the group dynamic is? Would you say the group dynamic is in a good place currently?
One thing I could say about the cast is, even though we have our own issues with one another or whatever the case is, we're able to be cordial in the public. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say we definitely kept it. Like, I'm gonna speak for myself. Like, I have issues with some castmates that I never brought to the light, because, like I said, I haven't done reality TV, and I feel as though I'm the victim. Like, I'm literally the victim. So what do I look like trying to hash shit out when I'm not the one that
Doing it.
that caused the actions? Basically, I reacted to their actions. So it's like all of us being grown ass men. If y'all feel like, y'all don't want to take accountability for your actions, then it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, till this day, I don't even know, like, I don't know Marley, I don't know Slim, and I don't know Cali Boy. Like, I haven't really got a chance to really get to know them. Rem and I, she was always in and out, but towards the end of the season, I got to know her, and I think Rem and I is such a sweetheart. But Chef Pablo and Devin, like, those are, like, I'm gonna get emotional. Like, those are really like my babies. Like, I really feel like without them, I would not be able to, like, continue. Like, Jamar, when I fought Marley, what did I do? I quit the show. I did. I did not film with the rest of the group for like a month. I did not go to, like, they went to Tampa and, like, I did not want to be around them, because where I'm from, and especially what I went through, what I told y'all earlier, it was very triggering to me. And I felt like I literally could not sleep for a week. Like, I literally wanted to murder Marley. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, not murder, but I really wanted to, like, do my big one on her. Like, I've never felt so disrespected from a stranger in such a long time. So Devin and Chef Pablo were able to keep me grounded. And I'm talking about grounded in a way that was like home. Like, from my best friends from back at home, they made me feel grounded. And I'm so grateful for them, because I feel like I genuinely got two real friends that were genuine to me, and I've been genuine with them back. So, Chef Pablo and Devin, and even B Baby, like, I love them. Like, they're like what kept me going, like, throughout the season. Honestly, like, they kept reminding me I'm a business owner. I'm like, grants to maintain. Like, shout out to them. I love them.
And I think, mind you, when he had quit, me and Max had a very long conversation.
Bitch.
Me and Max were on the phone for about maybe an hour some change, and I think that was when we got a chance to connect for the first time. But I was like,
That was,
because I was able to say, Max is a star, girl, and how dare you leave us like this? So
you was definitely happy to be your friend, and I feel like that's what really made me, like, love you, because, like, Zach cannot talk to me. I would I literally would cuss him out. Like, he tried to, reconcile with me. No, like, I'm done with the show. You let this bitch get in my face. Like, you let them, like, continue to try me for three different occasions. Like, bitch, I have a career. Like, I was done with the show. I was really done. But, Jamar, you like HR.
He really is.
Jamar, you is HR, honey. You was able to talk life into me, and you made me. You really helped me, like, get over that, honestly. And, and that's why I love you. Like, you already know, like I tell you, we locked in. Like, we're locked in just because, like, you spoke life into me, babe.
That's my baby. I love her. I wasn't going to let her do herself in like that.
Okay. I was going to let these girls run me out, because it's like, bitch, fuck you. I'm too better than this.
So, since you've had, this unique experience, what advice would you give to somebody who's maybe watching the show or just a fan of the platform and may want to audition for season 2?
My advice, I would really say, if you guys really want to come on this show, try to think of what type of energy you want to exude to the audience. Because I'm learning right now, no matter what you portray, it can always just get flipped against you. So be self-aware of that. Everything is not going to go how it really went in real life. So you have to mentally prepare yourself for that, because the last episode that aired, bitch, I found myself like, oh, bitch, you thought this happened? Like, no, like, let me try to justify what the fuck they just aired. But it took me. Well, first off, shout out to Jamar. Shout out to Jamar from Chasing Atlanta, because he's always shown me love. And shout out to Ted Lee too. Like I love Ted Lee from Chasing Dallas. But Jamar has reached out to me, numerous times. He's from Ohio as well. Like we're both from Ohio, and he's been like, he's just like the OG. So it's like I respect what he says. I respect his opinions. And he helped me realize, like, bitch, this is reality TV. Like, he went through the same thing. So it's like I had to get back into that mindset. Like, you know what? Let me not take it personal. Like, let me save how I feel for the reunion. You know what I'm saying? Let me not react right now. So I would definitely say, if you guys want to do season 2, definitely have the mindset to do it, because this should come with a lot. Like, you guys see a little bit of it, but your mental health is going to be tested a lot, honestly. So that's the advice I have to the girlies.
And I think before this whole ride started with the first episode, I came to most of y'all. At least I know I came to you when we talked about it. I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's said. There's going to be a lot of things going on. And you just got to know. You just got to know.
Go ahead, say it. Say your famous line.
But those are things that you really, I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, but you won't get it until it happens, you experience it, and now you learn from it the old-fashioned way. So I bet now you're probably like, oh, I see.
Yeah. Because the show is definitely, it's reality TV, so they like the drama, they like the mess, they like the shade, and no matter how hard you portray yourself, that you can still get caught in the crossfire, and you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared for that, honestly. But, not everyone's gonna like you. I thought I was gonna come on this platform and have everyone love me, but
woo, child.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, and I feel like everybody has like their. Well, go ahead, Scotty.
That's with any platform, because I remember when I first started YouTube about them years ago, just because everybody loves me in real life, I thought everybody was gonna love me on here, but I guess not.
I mean, once you sort of broadcast yourself to a wider audience outside of like your normal circle, there's always going to be people that just don't gel with you. That's just natural, show or not. You know what I mean? Right. So that's why it's like when you come on across, something like, you're going to reach a lot of people, and the people are going to love you for what you got. But there's always, just like with even people that we know are sickening, like, the hugest stars in the world always have those detractors that talk, terribly about them. And it just comes with being a public figure. You just got to really be grounded and know who you are and what it is that you offer to the table. So when bitches come and say, oh, you got this, that, and the fourth, you're going to look at them stupid like, but you have no idea what goes on over here to make this possible.
And friend, what you always say to me? You be like, Max, like, remember, who knows the real story? The castmates, the producers.
I tried, y'all.
Only me.
I tried.
You try to tell me.
But I feel like, maybe it softened the blow a little bit, but that's why I want you to know that it's never any malice towards you. There's no intentional malice towards you or anybody else on the show. Just give it time to let it play itself out, because you know what's next.
Right.
So just let the news cycle run, because in the next episode they'll talk about something else.
Wait, speaking of the next episode, I do feel as though I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see how the next episode airs, because one thing I don't play with is my image or like my respect. So I know you guys have the real footage of me and Marley getting into our altercation. I actually have it on my phone as well, because when I fought Marley, a lot was going on, and I felt like other people was I thought I got jumped, literally. So that's why I called my man, like, come here right now, because it's like, bitch, I'm already active. Like, I'm trying to do my big one. I'm not the messy bitch like, oh, y'all bitches come downstairs, like I'm sitting here waiting. like I was really going to catch them slipping. Like honestly, like as soon as the event was over, they're done filming. Because what really pissed me off is like, why is that bitch still up there and she's still filming? Oh, I didn't do my big one enough. Like, okay, well, bitch, like I had. but one thing about it is, Zach, the executive producer, did FaceTime me because he actually knows my man. They went to high school together. And one thing about my man is he don't play. Like, bitch, he don't give a fuck about going to jail. Like, you know, he's going to stand on business. You know, so, you know, when Zach see my man, oh, wait, I'll give it up too much. Okay, erase all that. But
just wait till the episode.
Yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Sorry. But anyways, but I do have the raw, unedited version of the fight between me and Marley because Zach showed me because he had to prove to me that to calm me down, he had to prove to me that I did not get jumped. So with that being said, all I know is Maximilian Anthony De Leon Cortes did not lose. I did not just pull hair, but I'm gonna just wait till the next episode airs, and if they don't do justice by me, then I will be forced to upload the real fight on my YouTube channel. But I'm gonna get more information on that if it gets to that point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll say, I'll just get to what would you say is the greatest lesson you've taken with you from filming this season?
Greatest lesson? I feel like I grew a lot. Like I grew tremendously. Like you guys are just seeing me, you know, right now. You guys are probably thinking like, oh, he's a hothead, blah, blah. You know, I grew a lot. Like I feel like I grew a lot being around them, being tested, and I found out a lot of things about myself. Like, you know, just my own, you know, what's the word? Just like my own things that I can work on myself. So I feel like that's the biggest lesson, honestly. Like just self-reflection.
I can see that. I think that's something that a lot of people can carry. And without, you know, giving anything, you know, away for the fans, what would you say they can expect from the remainder of the season?
From the remainder of the season, you can expect out of me, you know, I'm gonna always stand on business, period. But you guys are really gonna see me, you know, get into the bag. Like after the third episode, you guys really see that I'm completely just shut down from trying to build relationships or be liked. Like I'm just in my own lane. I'm in my own zone. Like all I'm worried about is logo aesthetics and, you know, just making my business prosper and, you know, just really show who I am, honestly. Like I don't like to feel defensive. I don't like to feel like I'm just always on the go or I have to check a bitch. Like, so, you know, you guys see a little bit more of myself and why I am the way I am based on things that I went through in my traumas. So stay tuned.
So would you be willing to return if there's a season 2, if asked?
Honestly, we will have to review some things in my contract. There will have to be some things that's just like off limits, honestly, because, you know, just because it's reality TV does not mean that the things that I stand for as a man is going to get, you know, put to the test or jeopardized. Because if that's the case, then, you know, y'all could, you know, thank you for the opportunity for season 1, but I would not be returning. It will have to be like certain things that we discussed that has to be copacetic. Like, okay, that's off. That's, you know, we're not going to discuss this. We're not going to show that. Like, we're not going to come for that. Like, you know, because there are certain things that I take pride in, like my love life, like my relationship, or, you know, like my business, or just my character alone. So I would really have to think about it. And my mental health would really have to be in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like if my mental health is not in a good place, then I don't want to showcase that, honestly. So yeah.
Okay. Well, this next part of the because we're nearing the end now. So with every interview that we do, we play a game that involves all of your cast members. We say their names, and you either give one word to describe them, or you just say your real feelings about this person about this person that we call.
Oh, this is messy.
Very. That's why we do it. Oh, you want to go first, Jamar? You want me to go first?
You can go ahead.
Okay, Marley J.
Wait, what was the rules again? Just say one word.
You can describe them with, you have two options. Describe them with one word or say exactly how you feel about them.
Marley. With Marley, I feel as though, I'm just confused where we stand. Cause it's like, I don't want to give too much, but I'm just confused where we stand. It's like I see her trying to, justify her actions of getting in my face. It's just like, bitch, you're a grown ass man. Like, it's okay to admit that you did something fucked up. Like, it's okay to admit, like, oh well, I should never got in his face. He's right. Like, I will respect you more if you did that versus, oh, Max, like, bitch, why are you? I just feel like she don't know how to mind her business. And at the end of the day, it's like, girl, did you come on this show just to beef with me? Like, am I your storyline? Like.
Okay, go ahead, Jamar.
Pablo.
I love Pablo. Like, Pablo has been a real good friend to me. Like, Pablo is loyal. I love Pablo. Like, I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm actually so grateful that we have the friendship that we have right now. Like, Pablo is loyal. Pablo is a boss. Pablo has kids. Like, he's very much father-like. Like, he's such a nurturing person. So, I love Pablo.
B Baby.
I love B Baby too. Like, B Baby is, he's vibrant. He's high energy. He's not with the drama. And he likes to have a good time. Like, Brian is a sweetheart, for sure.
Love Brian.
Love Brian.
Ayo.
Messy.
Oh.
Just
straight like that.
Okay. Messy. Next person.
Oh wow. Devin.
Devin is such a genuine soul. Like Devin is able to speak life into me that I feel like no other person can. Like, he's very spiritual. He's very grounded. And Devin's about his business, period. Like, Devin is a boss ass bitch. Like, I love Devin. And like I said about Pablo, like, I'm so grateful that I got to know a genuine person like Devin. Like, shout out to Devin and Pablo.
Period. Remini
is a sweetheart. Like, I love Remini and I like Tyreek because I feel like they're both two different personalities, but nonetheless, like, I like them both. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyreek has really grown on me, honestly. Like, I love her. I love her boyfriend. Like, her boyfriend's always there to support her. So I love Remini. Like, I know he's the baby of the group. I think he's the youngest besides Devin. So, but I love Remini. Like, yeah, she's fun to be around.
And last but certainly not least, Cali Boy.
What is her name?
and actually, well, I'm gonna let Max finish first.
Mr. What do you do besides be my number one fan? Cali Boy. What can I say? That's my true feelings about her is that she's definitely messy. She's definitely getting obsessed with me. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm her storyline. And I feel like for a person her age, I'm not trying to age bash, first off, for the audience. Not trying to age shame at all. I just feel as though with age comes maturity. And I feel as though being the oldest person out of the clique, you can be giving us wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also, for a person that went through such a tragedy, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Like, Cali went through something really crazy. Mm-hmm. And that was the biggest massacre that I think in the United States, honestly. And it's just like, I feel as though a person would have a more graceful heart after going through such a trauma. And I just feel like she's just very like, I don't know, there's something wrong with her spirit. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, bitch, get away from me. Like.
And I'm gonna Scotty, I'm gonna add the bonus round, and from the
Now bonus round.
and from the cast, I'm going to now include production. Jamar.
What we call him? Jason Lee? Damon definitely keeps the spice going. Like, you know what I'm saying? He does his job well, I'll say that. But at the end of the day, like, I fuck with Damon, honestly. Like, he's a Leo. I get along very good with people that's birthdays are in summer. My best friends are Leos, honestly. So me and Damon are like, I fuck with Damon. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's my bitch. Like, I think he's funny. He's very, like, straightforward. He's very blunt. And at the end of the day, this is reality TV, and I feel like they did a good job casting him because, like I said, bitch, he keep the mess going.
You are silly. Zach.
Right now, I'm currently mad at Zach. So I'm going to keep it cute, but overall, I think Zach's cool people. Like, he's cool. Like, I never had no issues with him or nothing like that. I do feel like he is definitely, like, messy, though. Like, I don't know. Like, we're just not in a good place right now. So hopefully we're able to, you know, have a man-to-man talk and get over some things because, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that.
And Dario.
You know, I think Andario is a sweetheart, and Andario is a boss-ass bitch. Like, you know, one thing about Andario is he's about his business, okay? And every interaction that we had, it's like nothing but love. Like, I really love Andario, and at the end of the day, I'm so grateful that he wanted me to be on this platform because I remember him saying verbatim, like, Max, we never had someone like you ever on, like, chasing, you know, brand. And he's just like, when you came to the auditions and I spoke, like, I just had to have you on the show. So it's just like me and Dario, you know, we really have, like, a business relationship. Like, it's not, you know, but I support him. Like, I think what he's doing is amazing. Him putting people on, him showing his skills as a producer. Like, bitch, one thing y'all can say a lot of things about Dario. Like, I see a lot of YouTube shit, like, people coming for him. At the end of the day, that's a boss ass bitch, okay? Like, he does his motherfucking thing with the producer shit. Like I have people randomly watch the show that are straight people. Like, they are tuned into Chasing Orlando just because of the editing, the, you know, Real Housewife aesthetic, like, Love and Hip Hop aesthetic, like, period.
And last but not least,
messy ass bitch. No, I'm playing. You just like Jason Lee.
oh my God, that's terrible.
No, I'm playing. You know you my boo. I feel like you, even though you are a producer, you definitely play, like, HR role. And, you know, I feel like you were able to, like, speak into me in ways that resonated with my energy. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate you. Like, you know, you already know how we rocking, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like you're so needed for the show. You're so talented to be a producer. Actually, let me take that back. All the production are very talented people. No matter what I personally feel about them, you guys do your fucking thing. Like, literally, when we were doing our green screens, like, you guys put in, like, a lot of work and effort to make this show the way it is. And you guys definitely deserve, like, your kudos. Like, all you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. We really appreciate that. We be in there slaving, girl. So.
Yes, making us look good or whatever.
Take your flowers, Jamar. Take your flowers. That lets you know that you are amazing. You are that one, and that's why bitches be hating. So with that being said, and I said it. So with that being said,
period.
Ooh.
You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got questions. At this point, we got questions, and then we're gonna close this thing out. Okay. So the first question is from Miss Nikki, of course, me and Jamar's good friend Nikki. Okay, how can I get glass skin with cost-efficient products?
Okay, Miss Nikki. So, like, I like to tell my clients that don't really have, like, a skin regimen, the most important things to do is a four-step process: cleanser, serum, moisturizer, and SPF. I cannot stress enough how SPF is like so important. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna repeat that again, Miss Nikki. So get a cleanser, get a moisturizer, get a serum. Mind you, there's different type of things. Like you can get a different type of moisturizer with different type of ingredients. You can get a different type of serum that has different type of ingredients. You really just got to do research, or like I said, you can always book a consultation with a skin professional or an esthetician that you're locally, you know, in your hometown, and they can give you the education. But those are the four things that when you start like including it every day and you're consistent with it, you start seeing the results. It's not gonna happen fast, but that's how you layer it: cleanser, serum, moisturizer, SPF. Period.
Mm. Okay. So to be clear, you never tasted the cake.
No, I never tasted that weak ass cake.
Oh, okay. Do you date outside your race?
I do. I actually never had a Puerto Rican boyfriend. They all been, you know, African American. That's my type.
Okay. You stated that you don't think you've been portrayed well thus far. How do you think the audience, however, is perceiving you currently? Because I've seen love.
Oh, thank you. What's that?
I guess just senior, sir,
Senior.
whichever
It's
one.
the GOAT picture. Thank you to GOAT. But honestly, I would just like to say I feel like they could do more justice for me reacting the way I reacted on the third episode. I feel as though let me repeat it one more time. Since the first day I came around this group, I feel like they never really gave me a solid chance for me to be who I am. I always felt like I had to be on the defense, and even though I did try to look over the, you know, what's the word? You know, be the bigger person. Bitch, I was on my best behavior at the PJ party, and these hoes still found a reason to be mad at me. It's like I do if I do, if I do if I don't, and I do if I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. So I feel as though the third episode didn't do quite justice to really show why I lost my cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being disrespected. My relationship is now being, you know, disrespected, and you're calling me out my name. And when I'm expressing my feelings to you, you're being dismissive. Oh well, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, mind you, the editing was chopped and screwed. So it's like, it made it seem like her just like, oh, Max, if we all were able to come together and, you know, be kumbaya, we're able to make money. Bitch, you're saying this, but your actions as a grown-ass man is not giving that. So it's like, stop fucking faking for the cameras, bitch. Like, I would literally beat your ass right now. Stop trying to make me look like I'm crazy, bitch. I feel the way I feel because this is the actions that you made me feel. My third time being around you, and you got your lap dogs to join in. Like, girl.
Okay. Is the current division with the cast something that can be mended?
Honestly, I'm gonna just say it's going to take a lot of accountability because I feel like this group cannot take accountability. Like me, I can admit when I'm wrong. Like I have no problem doing that because I feel like open communication and understanding how each other feel needs to be like the priority, and taking acknowledgement. Like I'm not going to be able to move forward with no one unless they acknowledge how I feel and they take accountability for the part that they played. And then I'm able to do the same thing. Like we're all grown ass men. Like we're almost in our 30s. Like, I mean, half the cast is older than their 30s. So it's like, so honestly, we're going to have to see how it played out, but there's a lot of tension going on within the group right now. So I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, Jamar. You can go ahead and close it.
All right. So at the end of all of our interviews, we like to ask the question to every guest that we bring through. Did you have a good time? Do you feel like me and Scotty did our jobs as the hosts of the show tonight? Give us your feedback on your night with us.
Y'all was boring. No, I'm playing.
No, we've heard that.
No,
we've heard that a lot, honey.
Okay, look, they love that.
The sangria got me feeling a little lit. But no, you guys actually made me feel very comfortable. You know, Scotty, I know we haven't really like talked or nothing like that, but you know, we follow each other on Instagram. So, but nonetheless, you guys were very professional. You guys kept it cute. I didn't feel like you guys were like picking sides. Like no matter what you guys felt about me prior to, you know, me getting to know me right now, you know, based on what you've seen on the show, I didn't feel like you guys were like holding that against me, and you guys made me feel comfortable to like share my truth. And I can just say after the third episode, like I was, I cussed out Zach, I cussed out Jamar, like bitch, I ain't cussed out you, Jamar. I didn't get to that point, but it was it was the fact that I felt
Now
over it,
what I
like
do? Why
being
I
on
get
reality
it?
TV, like. But it really took like for me to get back in my mindset that what you're bringing me onto your platform and it's for me to speak my truth. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate it for letting me speak my truth and then getting to know me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So me and Max chatted all the time. So a lot of the people that I talk to frequently, I have to think like, now how am I going to interview them about stuff a lot I already know? So let me just try to find creative ways to learn more. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I
We
think we
be
did
on
good.
FaceTime for hours, bitch.
Y'all do. I've
Shooting the
seen it.
shit, shooting the shit.
Yes.
Just like me, Pablo, Devin, we all be just doing the shooting the shit.
Period. The Smalls, they who called us the Smalls? Demond?
Jamar, you know it was Jamar.
Basically, the Smalls versus the Talls, baby. But yes, I feel like you guys do very well at what you do. And yeah, I'm proud of you guys. Keep doing your big one.
Thank you.
Thank
We appreciate
you.
it.
You're welcome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you know what, Max? We definitely enjoyed you coming up in here sharing your story with us tonight. If nobody else has any other questions for Max, you are free to go, and we definitely appreciate you stopping by.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Period. I just exude love.
there,
Yeah.
there go, there go.
Bye bye.
Bye, baby.
All
Enjoy
right.
the rest
Bye,
of your
y'all.
evening.
Have a good night.
You too. I enjoyed this interview, and I'm very surprised that it's almost at 2 damn hours. I was supposed to make a FaceTime call by now and everything, but I'm like, this interview's still going on, honey. I cannot call. Um, my friends back home wanted to talk to me about something. I'm like, oh child, what's going on back at home, honey? But anyway, but I enjoyed this interview. It was very fun. I really did. And let me go ahead and
I
take
knew
this.
I knew he was going to have a lot to want to get off his chest. So this is like now. I think he'll be a lot better. I think he'll feel a lot better.
Right. Oops. I wasn't trying to do that. Let me see. I was trying to remove this, because I know the next time we come back here, then my ass will be somewhere still having his stuff in the background. But as we get ready to close this thing out, we do want to let you guys know about the next interview that we have. And the next interview is on Saturday with Cali Boy. The one that Max been throwing out the shade at the whole damn interview. Yes, we'll be talking to Cali Boy Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to have a whole lot to say in this interview tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. This interview Saturday. So yes, have your questions in the chat ready when it's time to, because I'm pretty sure he has a lot that he got to say, and there's probably a lot that can be answered by him. So yeah, and we saw Ayo in the chat. I just did not say anything about him being in the chat because I did not want to lose my I did not want to lose my attention on Max because he was coming in. He had quite a few things to say in the comments. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but he had quite a few things to say. I hope our interviews don't start no mess at this reunion. Or do I?
I just you do because you a messy ass bitch. And y'all say I'm the messy one. Do you not see?
Well, see, I'm overt with mine, and I don't give a fuck how nobody feels about what I gotta say. You see, I said that's why bitches be hating. I don't give a fuck who got a problem with me saying it. I said it. What Nene said to what's her name? Sheree. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. And I mean that shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But these have been some enjoyable interviews, I must say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a great time. Hopefully, we get at least one or two of them or three to come to the panel, because I don't want, the panel to feel like they too scared to come over. I don't think these boys would be too scared to come over there, though. At least I don't think so. So hopefully we get to have one of them, one or two or three of them to come over to the panel to talk to the rest of the guys. Because me and Jamar gonna be sitting back chilling because we probably done already talked to them
Mhm.
already. So we're gonna
I would have them come onto the panel after they've stopped here.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I won't have to. I won't have to ask no questions. It'll just be for Carl, Tremel, T, and Jeremy to ask the questions. We gonna be just moderating the whole thing. So that's what it's gonna be. But we gonna see, y'all. We gonna see. We gonna definitely see. All I gotta say is Jamar been getting these interviews for us out of the blue because I woke up this morning and see the fact that we got Cali Boy. He had already made the damn thumbnail and everything. I'm like, well, bitch, damn, you ain't telling me shit.
I had talked to him previously. I just decided to go ahead and make it because I was like, damn, it's almost already Saturday. And I did shit. I ain't made the thing yet, so let me go ahead and get that done.
Right, but but that's about it, y'all. We're about to go ahead and get up out of here. You know, we'd have missed the VMAs, but I'll watch it. It's probably sometime tomorrow. Um, I got another live to do tonight. Then I'm going to be done. This is the third live that I've done today, and then the last one gonna be the fourth. Oh Jesus!
Baby.
I've been working my ass out today. I was working with you. I was working earlier. Then I was working. I've been working all day. That's all that really matters. Um, you got anything else you want to add to this, Jamar?
I do not. Make sure y'all tuning in to Chasing Orlando every Thursday at 8 p.m.
And make sure you guys tune into the Chasing panel tomorrow. Not Jamarsha. Make sure you
Who said
tune in
that?
Zach.
Go to hell, Zach.
Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to the Chasing panel with us too, as well as Carl, Tremel, Jeremy, and T. The six of us will be coming together to talk about tomorrow's episode of Chasing Orlando. Shout out to Tremel, who was in my live before this one, who said I had on a pretty blouse. Thank you, Tremel. I really enjoy it. I know. I'm just gonna go on and embrace this feminine part of myself because I want to be butch
Feminine.
so bad. Hmm.
Feminine.
What you trying to say?
That's not an adjective I would use.
What would you use?
Hood.
I don't give. I am. I know that I am. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I am.
So.
Jamar gives Nene when she first met Candy. I just met Scotty, and Scotty appears to be a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto. A little bit hood.
Very bad.
Oh my God. I do. I am a little bit hood though.
As long as you know it, girl.
Listen, we'll be in a car together, and certain rap songs will come on, and I'll be rapping that shit word for word, and Jamar just be looking at me like,
Baby, it was what? Megan Thee Stallion Plan B? I was like, oh, okay, so you like this one, huh?
Or this one. I represent for the bitches, all night we riches, no time for the little dicks.
That's you and Carl ass. Fucking trio.
This is what I've always said. Like, because at the time I remember I had only met Tremel once at this point, and that's when we had interviewed them when they were the corporate mouth. This was right after I met Tremel at the G Status reunion back when he was on that show. And I remember saying the four of us are two sets of best friends, Jamar and I, Carl and Tremel. And the funny thing about it is we all have similar personalities. Jamar and Tremel are the same. Me and Carl are definitely the fucking same. That's why it works.
Wait, who am I the same as?
Tramiel.
The white lady.
Yeah, because both of y'all are white women. Both of y'all.
I feel like he's more Caucasian than I am.
You believe that?
I do.
Why you say that?
I do.
Oh
She
my
just
God.
exudes bougie.
Tramiel exudes. I'm calling your manager.
And I feel like I'm biracial. I'm not fully a
Baby.
black woman, but my grandmother was white.
She was?
No, I'm just no I'm joking.
Oh,
No.
child.
I'm
I was
speaking
like,
as if I'm not white, but I have white in there.
child, this is the reason why I said what I said. You and Tramiel are the same, and me and Carl are the same. Like, that's pretty much what it is. Carl just a little bit more hood than me.
Yeah.
Then I was about to say, or maybe it's pretty much the same. I try to contain mine a little bit more than he does.
Well, we won't know until you let it out.
Well, you know, it comes out at the moments where I didn't had enough and I've been pushed to the limit, and that is the moment where we really don't want to see it.
Well, we almost did. Shit, you almost saw mine too. That one time, once, never again. Will we go back there in 2020? That was one time.
Let me tell y'all something.
Never get back there again.
Let me tell y'all something. I have been best friends with Jamar for now 11 fucking years now. And that was the one time I was ever afraid to say anything to Jamar. That was the one time. Because Jamar is normally easygoing. He really don't cause no issues with nobody. He hardly ever gets mad. As much as people try to comfort him all the time. Yes, I said it again. Comfort him all the time. He don't even respond. He be unbothered. And my ass be pissed the fuck off when somebody come for me, and y'all wouldn't know it because I don't respond. Everybody tells me don't respond. Nikki says don't respond, Scotty. Jamar said, why are you responding to these girls? That's why I don't respond, because everybody around me tell me that I don't need to be responding to nobody. But they know how I really feel on the inside, because I cuss and curse and curse and curse and threaten bodily harm on these people and everything. And Jamar don't do none of that. He just let it brush off his shoulder. But that was the one time I was scared to say anything to Jamar. That was the one time. We was going to a pizza place. It was me, him, and El Teddy going to this pizza place. I said, Jamar, you want some pizza? He ain't say nothing. You ain't hungry?
A lot of that I don't even remember. I just was. I remember going to the pizza place, but I just don't even remember you saying anything to me.
Because you wouldn't. I swear you was in the daze, bitch. You was not paying attention to nothing that I said. It didn't matter what I said or what I did. You did not want to hear it.
And I think looking back, I said I was probably exuding fire off my body.
Oh, you were. Your face was red. All that.
But it's okay. It only been that I've only gotten to that place maybe 2 to 3 times in my entire life.
But it was warranted that time though.
But
You had
yes,
the right to be mad.
it's all good. It worked out. Praise the Lord.
Well, that's about it. Y'all, we're about to get on up out of here and chill out. So we'll talk to you later. We will see you guys Saturday on the Prelude when we talk to Cali Boy, and we will see you guys tomorrow on the Chasing panel. Tomorrow, and we will see you then. Bye, y'all.
See y'all.